My name's Alex, I'm a self-made millionaire, and today I'm going to share with you 5 things that I wish I knew about making money at 20 so that I could have become a millionaire even faster. When people in their 20s think about having $1 million, they often picture how they would spend it. And I was guilty of this myself. Here's how you can test yourself. When you imagine $1 million in your bank account, do you feel a sudden intensity? Are you mentally slicing up that money, figuring out how you could allocate every single piece? Or are you picturing the kind of people who might suddenly find you attractive? That thought process will build up into an anxiety about money, and it comes from obsessing over the outcome. Instead, shift inward and imagine asking yourself this: whatever process I went through to make that first million, how could I do it better and faster the next time? Now, even if you don't have $1 million yet, if you train yourself now to start thinking about large sums of money in this mindset, that unhealthy intensity will fade and will be replaced by a calm, focused drive. And you can use that right now, no matter how much money you have. Therefore, the first thing I wish I knew about money in my 20s was to forget the finish line and start running the right race. Once you adopt a focused, process-driven mindset, the next step is understanding how wealth is actually built. Let me share a humorous but hard-learned lesson with you. After grinding for 9 years, that's 4 years of high school and 5 years of college, I finally earned my engineering degree. After all that work with no payout, I assumed that graduation meant a McMansion and a Porsche were finally just a few more months away. Instead, reality hit hard. As a 24-year-old rookie engineer, I couldn't afford much of anything. I needed to see a post like this one from entrepreneur Jesse Itzler, pointing out that the average age of a US millionaire is 57. I needed to understand that my 20s were not for sports cars, they were for laying a foundation. The truth is, a college degree was going to keep me off the street, but it won't make me or you rich in a year or two. Therefore, the second thing I wish I knew in my 20s was that real wealth takes some time. But they don't teach us how to think about money, and definitely not how we should feel about money. Worse, my emotional reaction to the world not working the way I thought it should, meaning that whole little McMansion thing, cost me years of treading water and being frustrated, years that I could have spent building actual wealth. I wish I'd known earlier how to replace that frustration with meaningful action, and that method was education. Here are the 3 books that changed my mindset from obsessing over a finish line to running the financial race like a champion triathlete. The first is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. The second is The National Study of Millionaires by Chris Hogan. And the third is The 5 Mistakes Every Investor Makes and How to Avoid Them by Peter Mallouk. Now in my 40s, this lesson number 3 is just as true as it was in my 20s. Emotion is the enemy, but education is my ally. Too many people in their 20s try to turn their hobbies into income. To build real wealth, you need to earn 6 figures. And that starts by choosing markets with plenty of paying customers. Be ruthlessly honest with yourself here. Careers like dancing or life coaching may sound appealing to you, but they just won't get you there. When you wake up in the morning, your financial stability needs to come first. And that's short-term and long-term. For the short term, get the highest paying job you can. A degree helps, but skilled trades can be just as lucrative. For the long term, invest early into compounding assets. Don't fall for excuses like, I'll invest when I have more money, or I'm young, I have enough time. Every day you delay now is a day you delay your financial freedom later. This isn't a race to 65, it's a race to having millions. I invested heavily and early, and I didn't stop. That process, not my own business, made me a millionaire. Once your financial foundation is strong, then you can take on the risks of wealth accelerators. That's number 4, and it's called the financial order of operations. While we earlier learned that the average age of a US millionaire is 57 years old, the National Study of Millionaires found that the median age for first hitting seven figures is still a non-trivial 50 years old. So again, the data is that real wealth takes time and focus. Things like divorce or surrounding yourself with the wrong people can delay your success indefinitely. Protecting your mental well-being is as critical as your financial strategy itself. Therefore, if friends or partners no longer support your happiness or growth, be fearless in letting them go. Cutting ties with the wrong people frees up time to take care of your body, find internal peace, and maintain that long-term resilience you need to become and stay wealthy. Doing these things could help put you into the 21% of millionaires who cross that milestone between ages 35 and 44. A serious but realistic goal if you do the right things. If I could summarize this entire video in one idea, it is this: you are not racing against anyone else. You are racing against your former self. The speed at which you mature your thinking to that of a seasoned wealth builder determines whether you will get rich quickly, slowly, or not at all. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't need a college degree to become a millionaire. If that possibility interests you, check out this video right here.